Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eduardo Del Boy here with Bettina Clark for Introspections. Today, we're going to discuss a very interesting topic, which is self-awareness. Who are we really? Are we the identities that our imaginations create for us or that others ascribe to us? Are we the roles that we play at work or in marriage or in parenting? Or are we something deeper? Bettina, welcome.
Hi, Eduardo. This is really a very important subject. And I would say this is the core of our project, Introspections, because without self-awareness, the before the without the consciousness of our who we are, there are so many things we will not even see. And in preparation to this talk, I was thinking of when did it start in my life? And it was really when I was 40, moving from because of my husband's job, moving from Canada to Switzerland. And I found myself in an incredibly deep hole because I was just starting a wonderful project in my business, PR, conceptualizing a foundation for a big business consulting group. And until then, I was really mostly identifying myself in the projects I was doing, the work I was doing, the materialized thought I had, the thoughts I had materializing in some hopefully very successful things. And I had to leave just in the beginning of and yeah, of this project. And here I was sitting in a beautiful house and with 4 meter high fences and bushes and stuff and nobody talking to me. And I was saying, oh my God, who am I? Who am I? How do I present myself now? And I fell into a depression, unfortunately. And thank God, I found a fantastic yoga teacher, Sanjeev Bano. And he really helped me in understanding first, start with your body, do exercises,
Mhm.
find out where your limits are from the skin to the way you do your exercise, what you can and can't do, and breathing exercises, and then the philosophy. And from there, for 10 years, I was really searching, is there anybody who can give me an answer to who I am? How does that work to find myself? And you, in another article, you wrote yourself that it is so important to sometimes take others who have done the journey before you and learn from them. You don't need to do everything only by yourself. So I started with, continued from yoga to Reiki to Komi to Kahuna to I don't know how many different techniques and approaches I was looking at, and I was like a hungry child. But it was wonderful because at the end of the day, each one of them, each method, each approach, each philosophy sort of came to one place, and that's the atrium, the fountain, the garden in an old Spanish house. Come to your soul, to what is your calling, what is the task that you wanted to fulfill in this life. And if you have found that, boy, then life expands and becomes extremely abundant.
Absolutely. To me, it is something I've seen in my career as a diplomat. Being a diplomat is a very strong identity. We are
Yeah.
embassy counselors, we're ministers, we are ambassadors, we're consuls. It's a full life because it's not only a work thing from 9 to 5, but it's also a whole lifestyle. Because when you're a diplomat abroad, you've got receptions and people want to meet you, not because of who you are as a person, but because of your position. And you go
Yeah.
through that for 37 years, 38 years, and all of a sudden you retire and you say, what now? Who am I? But I started very young. I started about the age of 21, 22, when I started what I call my spiritual journey and started looking inside and started developing, started writing songs, wrote poetry. And that creativity did not come from my profession. It did not come from the outside. It came from the inside. So fortunately, I was able to contact my inner self and find out what I wanted to do. And I knew for a long time what I wanted to do when I finally retired was not to be a retired diplomat, but it was to share whatever knowledge and wisdom I had with other people and hope that they would share it with me the way others had shared their life experiences with me throughout my life and helped me develop. And that's why self-awareness is very, very important to find out who you are, and nobody can change that. Circumstances can't change
Yeah,
that.
so
If you
true.
know who you are, that's your rock, and no
Mhm,
one can move it. And
mhm.
that becomes the basis on which everything else is based. That's the foundation to whatever building you want to build. Is what the masons say, you're polishing the stone, but the stone has to be identified and the stone has to be known so that you can polish it, improve it, and build on it.
What I really liked is that you mentioned that one key to self-awareness, to self-consciousness, is creativity. Well, because creativity allows to think outside the box and to try things out, and dabble and be free in and not limited in how to do things right.
Mhm.
And so in dabbling and trying things out, sometimes you find another jewel, not your own jewel, but other jewels that might already give you a sense of which your jewel, how your jewel looks like. It's beautiful pictures. I like how you bring in the visuals. I'm also thinking visual, and it lands with me very nicely. And then, of course, in a creative way, not only the dabbling and trying out, but also music or writing or painting. I do sculptures. Sculptures helped me a lot to find myself. It was just this piece of clay, and knowing that I can form it informed me that I can form myself.
Absolutely. Once you've learned that you can use your creativity to create something of beauty,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a very small step to forming that yourself as a thing of beauty, and nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
that's
yeah. Yeah, sorry, I
no,
didn't
no,
mean to.
that's the important thing.
This mirroring in the outside and the mirroring the inside. We need to do this, otherwise, how do we find ourselves? Because we cannot
Mhm.
know that, but we can find it out. And when you look somewhere, even it just came to my mind when I go into these old churches and cathedrals. And Alexa sent me a picture, my daughter, from Gaudi, from La Sagrada Familia, and the
Yes.
windows. I just looking at these pictures from her, at these windows. I said, "Oh my God, how must that be when I would stay in there? What part in me would be touched by these lights?"
Mhm.
Um, so there's so much. I mean, a walk in the forest, there's petting your dog, talking to Eduardo, listen to podcasts like this. There's can be moments that inform you when you touch you so deeply that you know, oh, that part must be really authentically me.
Well, those are the aha moments which we
Yes.
spoke about a couple of weeks ago, a couple of articles ago. And the most important thing in life is not to link yourself to an outside identity,
Yeah.
your
Mhm.
profession, what people think of you, what people expect of you. Because once you do that, it's very easy to fall. It's
Mhm.
very easy to lose it, and then you're left with nothing.
Mhm.
Look inside and base who you are on who you really are inside, and nobody can move it away from you.
And you know, as simple as that is, empty nesters. How many women do I know, and I'm coaching, who suddenly feel that they are nobody because the kids are gone, because their
Mhm.
identity was so 100% being mother, um, instead of maybe taking mother as an archetype and the role or the tasks that are attached to the mother principle, and maybe work with that and continue with that in the world when your identity is so strong, was so strong. Oh,
Mhm.
there's much to say about this. Oh, I love our talks, Eduardo.
I love them too, Bettina. They're rich, and the beauty of it is that when you share these experiences with someone who shares your vibration, every moment is a learning moment. Every moment you're building on your foundation, a new edifice is brick by brick, and each person that you come into contact with who has the wisdom to relate to you adds a brick to the edifice, and pretty soon you find yourself constructing a very beautiful building, which becomes your core. And once you have that core, you're set to fight for the rest of your life.
Mm. And I'm looking forward to see others sharing their thoughts on this platform here. I hope we will hear and see more, even only with comments, or I don't know if it is possible to leave a video comment. Is that possible in Substack?
I imagine so, yes. But the important thing is, one thing that you and I have discussed, and we already announced it, is on Saturday, November the 2nd, we're going to try and do a Zoom call with our readers and our subscribers and general public, whoever wants to join, so we can have an open forum so people can actually come and express themselves and find a group of people who are on the same wavelength as they are and who can share experiences, and we can all learn from each other in a very comfortable manner. Because very often these topics are not topics we discuss with friends and family. These are things we keep inside ourselves, but it's also very important to share that energy and have access to other people's energy.
Nice. Yeah, that's a wonderful ending to this contribution.
Well, Bettina, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention and for being with us. If you enjoy these podcasts and these articles, please invite your friends to subscribe. The larger community we have, the better off we're going to be. And I would also invite you to please comment, share your comments with us on the comment thing where it says leave a comment. And we'll be reminding you about November the 2nd later on. Thank you very much, Bettina. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.